Hi, I'm Wiltberger. Welcome to my Freshworks masterclass in happiness and team management. I'm a general manager at Freshworks for Southern Europe. Actually, Southern Europe meaning mostly France, Spain, Italy, Portugal, and a few other smaller economies. The good sales culture is actually a common characteristic of successful companies. It's a mindset, it's a set of behaviors, it's a philosophy even that permeates everywhere from, throughout the company, every level, every function, every location. A common belief is it comes from the top management, it has to come from the top management and resonates throughout the company. That would be like, in IT, client-server model, let's say. My vision should flow from everyone to everyone, from everywhere to everywhere, much more in a peer-to-peer mode. People analytics probably explains why the HR function has become so important in companies lately. 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, they were not invited at the table at corporate boards or executive committees. Now they are everywhere. Why? Because companies have understood that rather than their revenues or their buildings, even their products, rather than that, the people on which they are basing their business is the most important asset they have. Tracking job satisfaction, tracking performance, tracking retention rates, time to onboard someone from the first day in the company to being fully onboarded, time to hire someone. These are all metrics that can give some data to the management to actually tune the strategy of the company and eventually give good results on the bottom line. I would say it's a natural bias actually to focus or try to hang around people that are successful. Look at all the sycophants of movie stars or people being famous. You actually don't want to hang around with people that are not successful. But actually these are the people that require most support. In your company, you can easily praise constantly the overachievers and spend time with them. Although these are not the people you really need in your support, you have to actually look for the people being behind at some point, because these people are also shy, being under the spotlight because they're not successful. So you have to find them out, understand what's not working. You want to capitalize on these people because these people can make a huge difference if they get to the success. So diversity is on everyone's mind currently for several reasons. Most of the time also we consider diversity being tackled when we have gender diversity. And that's it, sometimes racial diversity. But there's so many other diversity that you can consider, like sexual orientation can be one, for example. Age can be a source of diversity, even hair color. The natural tendency if you recruit someone is to recruit someone that looks like you. If you go into this easy bias, you would end up with a team that exactly looks like you. So in your team meetings, you will end up with people thinking the same way and always going to the same results. So if everyone in the room thinks the same way, there's not much thinking. However, if you actually foster diversity, you will have all these different experiences of life, all these backgrounds that will bring lots of value to the table. At the same time, it requires some more orchestration because it's easy to actually lead a team which exactly thinks like you. It's a little more tricky to lead a team that has so many different backgrounds. It has been proven by a recent McKinsey, for example, study that increasing the proportion of ethnicity and gender diversity in your team actually has an effect on your bottom line. For people that have encountered lots of success in sales, for example, you could grant them with additional money, but how would that be different from what they're already getting in life? So I mean, fixed salary plus a bonus. There's no difference. There's no differentiation here. Consider this. At Christmas or for a birthday, would you just give money to your children? How is that different from pocket money every day? You want to do something which actually bring some sparkle in their eyes. That's the same for the salespeople. So something that relates to the fact that you actually thought about it. It can be a written note. It's not expensive, but actually it's unique, contrary to a banknote. Or maybe if you know that this salesperson is fond of opera, you will find 2 perfect premium seats for that person for the next opera show in Paris. And this is so different from just money, which everyone can actually give. So why don't they do enough of it, compared to monetary? Probably out of laziness, I would say, because it's so easy to grant some extra money to someone having been successful. But it's so much more valuable to provide some value, in showing that you care, that you thought about your performer cares about, like going to the French Open, and getting that person premium seats to the French Tennis Open, for example. So make it something more personal if you want to see some sparkle in their eyes. People being happy are more efficient in their work, and that's particularly true for people in sales. You want to enforce this kind of mindset. You want to have this happiness dictatorship at work. It's for the greater good of the company, but also of the employee in general.